Hey guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kingston HyperX Cloud 2 wired headset. This is a 7.1 via a USB adapter, and so far I've had this set for 2 going on 3 weeks, and absolutely love it. Great. It definitely accommodates a very large head, and I do have a very large head. The ear cups have a separate set, and I actually have switched on the velour set, which I found very comfortable. Not too warm, and otherwise very, very comfortable. I still get a pretty good seal around the ear. I can notice that sometimes when I actually push it in, I do get the better seal, like you would with the leather ones. But the leather ones tend to make my ears really, really sweat. And that's kind of a pain in the butt if you're playing for a long time. Now, a question that I had on the Corsair Void Wireless review was how these sat long term with the glasses. And I do have very large and thick frames, and these sit wonderful. Very enjoy them. The drivers on these are 53mm drivers, so these actually qualify as having hi-fi grade components in them, and I can verify. I actually hooked them up to my hi-fi system, which is a very old sound design record player system with cassette deck and radio and all that good stuff, and listened to some classic jazz and big bands such as Glenn Miller. And then for Christmas, my loving wife got me Nirvana Nevermind and the Nirvana MTV album, both on 180-gram audiophile quality vinyl, and have definitely used these. Just finished listening to Nevermind with these plugged in, and great. I have seen some reviews where people said the mids on these headphones were muddy. I have had headphones where I noticed muddy mids. It's not the same thing that I experienced on these. The mids are not muddy. There are a couple frequencies where it is a little weak, so I would say that there are just the absolute straight mid frequency is weak. It's weak. The bass and the highs, though, more than make up for it. You don't actually get a lot of audio in the very limited band where these are weak. Some vocals on some albums can lose out to other instruments. If you're listening to jazz and stuff like bass, if you're listening to big band and swing and stuff, you'll have some of the orchestra like tuba and stuff like that. Those can come through and can kind of slightly overpower some vocals, but I didn't notice a big deal. For Glenn Miller, the biggest notice I found was the first round of male singing on Kalamazoo was a little overpowered by lows and highs. But otherwise, I mean, the second set with the female voice was fantastic. It came all the way through and was great. Now, and that's, of course, that's plugging in with the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now, when you actually plug in and go with the USB 7.1 sound card, things get a little more interesting. The mids are much more weak, and so I almost wonder if people were testing this and reviewing it using this as their judgment. Yes, you will experience weak mids with this, but this has been my experience the last almost 3 weeks, is that if I'm using this, I'm gaming, and I'm only gaming. And so if I'm just listening to music, I'm plugging straight in with this guy. And if I'm just doing music, this is the way to go. It's phenomenal. But as soon as you plug this guy in here, things get way more interesting. So first of all, yes, you do have lower audio quality for super high-end audiophiles, but this does give you the 7.1 with the press of a button. So lights up there. So the 7.1, I talked about this in a video previously. 7.1 is virtual, of course, because you can't have real headphones with real 7. You can't have headphones with real 7.1. It's impossible. They cease to become headphones then. So how does this compare to some other 7.1 solutions? Well, it's very interesting. I'll try and illustrate with my hands. So it broadens, the 7.1 broadens the soundstage. So generally with a pair of stereo headphones, you've got sound stages here and here. And you kind of, on tracks where, of course, the stereo's mixed to both channels, you kind of have a kind of, just sort of this motion of sound of your soundstage. So with the 7.1 activated, you get the soundstage broadened out to about here. You're looking at left and right stereo kind of out here. The virtual surround peaks just kind of behind your shoulders. You're not getting direct back. That's not happening with this headset. But you do get some illusion that there's sound just sort of just over your shoulder. And I guess that's your rear surround. And then you have left and right. And then, I mean, instead of your, for 7.1, if you know what 7.1 is, it's left, right, center, left surround, left rear, right rear, and subwoofer. So with this headset, you actually get more of a far left and far right stereo. You sort of get a front left and front right stereo. You get sort of the illusion of center channel. One of the more interesting things I found, though, is you almost have like a Dolby Atmos effect. I was actually noticing some sounds being in raids, such as the Firelands raid. I was running for some gold, and I was getting some definite sound going over my head, which was interesting. I did not notice that on the Corsair wireless headset, which has virtual 7.1 surround. So you've got some interesting things going on there. How does the mic sound, though? Because remember, this isn't just a super cool set of headphones. This is a headset, which means it has a mic. The mic plugs in. Pretty stupid simple, actually, and it is bendable, and you really want to get it as close to your mouth as possible, which was a problem I had with the Void, because the version I had did not have a bendable mic. I guess it was just early production, a very early revision. It has been revised, I have seen it, so if you can actually get the mic really close to your mouth, you can do okay. Here's an audio sample of the actual mic in action. Okay guys, this is what the Kingston HyperX Cloud 2 headset mic sounds like if you're using the adapter. It's not very loud, but it's better than I've seen on the Corsair before they implemented the semi-adjustable bendable boom. This is actually very bendable, and maybe if I had a slightly smaller head, it might be able to capture some of the audio better. If I could just kind of get it more in front of my mouth, the microphone would be picking up better sound. Okay, so it's not terrible bad. I think if my head were maybe not as big, that I could actually get this a little further in front of me again. But otherwise, it's a great headset. I highly recommend it if you have to have a headset. And a lot of people will say, ooh, headsets are bad. And, we went through this the last time. Headsets are bad. Just get audiophile quality headphones and get a microphone. Well, there are a lot of microphones that stink too. And a lot of people don't have desk space for a microphone. I don't even have desk space for a microphone. My mic is actually supported by a studio quality boom that actually runs to the other side of my desk. So I love how everyone's like, just get a desk mic. Not everyone has room for a desk mic, unless you've got some large executive desk, and I certainly do not. I have a very small desk. It's everything I can do to keep everything on it, and I've actually moved some stuff off of my desk, such as my camera. You'll notice that the angles are a little different from when I started doing this. My camera actually sits on a tripod now, behind my monitors, instead of kind of perched on my monitors, because I use a Logitech HD Pro webcam C920 to record this. In case anyone was wondering, that's why it's always in really great 1080p, because it's going from the camera to my computer. Again, do I recommend it? Absolutely. This is one of the best headsets I've ever heard. The hi-fi quality on the 53mm drivers is amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. The microphone is as good as you're going to get on a headset microphone. I gotta say, well, it's okay. It's not as good as you're gonna get, but it's as good as you're gonna get it at this price range. The Logitech headset that everybody's raving about does have a phenomenal microphone. I'm not always happy with the sound quality on it for the headphones, and it is a fixed system. Whereas I love that this is a great set of headphones, and it's wired, and I am thrilled that I decided to go wired instead of wireless. Now, it includes some other stuff. Like I said, it does include the, as you've seen in the unboxing portion of this, it does include the leather ear cup things. But like I said, I didn't use them because they make my ears sweaty, and I don't like that. It also includes the most useless trinket I've ever seen. This is a stereo to mono adapter. So you plug this in here, and what this does is, first of all, it bypasses the mic and removes the mic altogether, and then you have two separate plugs for left and right audio. I have no idea what this is for at all. I'm just saying. I'm not sure. Maybe there's some really cool piece of technology that I don't know about, but I have years of sound design and pro audio, and I've never seen a situation where this would be the least bit helpful. So that kind of gets tucked into the useless drawer of things I'll probably never use. Of course, it comes with the 7.1 sound card, which is USB 2.0 or 3.0. I think it's just USB 2.0 because it doesn't need any of the fancy functionality of 3.0, which it plugs the same, so it doesn't matter. But the 7.1 is adequate on that for virtual, clearly, and the it's nice to have the headphone control there, so you could do that. And the mic control, I did, for that test run, I did turn the mic all the way up. It starts kind of weak as it is, and that little boost was a big help. So, and again, I do recommend this. These price in at $99, Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, which is where I got them, does require some extra processing and doesn't have their cool extended warranty offered on it. That's kind of a drag, but it's okay. Keep watching. Next week, which will be the start of a new year, we'll have my reactions to StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Also, still running the same subscriber contest. When we hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to give away a Funko Pop Illidan figure for free. No cost of shipping or anything. I'll ship it wherever the lucky winner lives. Again, thanks so much for watching.